Hello students, the camp project for Autodesk Revit work, project number 2, the specifications are on screen and they look like this. The first thing we need to do in Autodesk Revit is to create a brand new file, and we use the architectural template. Once you create that, you have a screen that looks like this. I have already gone ahead and I've created the levels that we are going to need. Now remember, when you create levels in Autodesk Revit, you go to the Architecture tab, you go to the Level tool, which is here, and we can place levels at any height and distance. And remember, when you select that level tool, you can change those levels at any point. So I'm going to put another level, I'll put it here to represent the top of the block wall. So I zoom in, and I'm going to select, in my case, level 5, change it to top of block wall. Eventually, I will have to change the height of that level. So I have all my levels in place for now. Maybe I'll have to add more as I go, and I can start drawing this problem. I can start from the ground up by drawing the foundation wall and the footing, or I can draw something like the floor or the main walls of the house. So why don't I draw the main level of the house first, top of floor. I select, and I go to architecture, and let's see, for these specifications I wanted to pick a generic 6-inch wall. Let's just double check my specs. 6-inch thick walls for first floor. That is correct. So I go into Revit. I look at my base constraint. My base constraint says top of floor. And I also want to check my unconnected wall height. It should not be 20. So I may as well change it to what it should be, which is 8 feet, and apply. Also, when I look at location line, I like to use the finish face exterior option when I'm creating exterior walls, or the core face exterior, and then my siding can go over top of that. For now, I'll use finish face exterior, and I'll continue. I'm going to draw the walls. It doesn't matter what they are initially, because I will make permanent dimensions. So I zoom in, and before I make that dimension permanent, I'm going to get out of the dimension tool, or out of the wall tool, and I want to toggle my dimensions to the outside of the structure. This dimension needs to change to 32 feet. I will make it permanent by selecting this line. I will then select this wall and do the same thing for this dimension. Toggle to the outside and make this 24 feet. Make it permanent by selecting this icon. Let's just check my 3-dimensional view now. Go to View, 3D, Default 3D View, and there it is. I'll check it on my east elevation as well, and I have it in place. The next thing I can draw is my floor, and I'll work my way down to my foundation wall, my sill plate here, and then my footing. So next up, I will go to top of floor again, architecture. I will draw the floor from here, and I will select, according to my specs, wood joist 10-inch wood finish. From there, I'm just going to select my walls in succession. I want it to be toggled to the inside like this rather than the outside. I'm not going to have any offset, and I can press the green check mark. Now I'm going to take a look at my east elevation, and here it is. I'm going to make one change on this. I'm going to edit the boundary. So I'm going to go back to my top of floor, edit that boundary, and I'm going to toggle this to the outside, just like that. Green check mark, check my east elevation, and that looks good.